I've got the part 1 video uploading on the computer there, and while the computer's working, my doorbell rings and my new lathe chuck has arrived. Before we get into the unboxing, I just wanted to take a moment to show you my old lathe chuck. Now I made 8 lamps with this beauty. Look at that, huh? So I've had lamps fall out of this. This isn't the best chuck for making lamps, but you can make stuff with this. I ordered a new chuck because I'm trying to make these cedar lamps. That's the big fat one in my header picture. They're made out of 6x6 rough sawed cedar, so it's actually 6 inches by 6 inches, and it's about 18 inches long. It's a big piece of wood to try to stick in a 4-jawed chuck like this with 4 points, really. I needed a chuck with jaws that wrap around the wood with a dovetail tenon, so they can just grab on there with a death grip, so that I can drill out these big lamps. Even though I support the end with the drill bit, I pre-drill it about that far before I drill. I needed something better. So let's see what we've got here. This is how it comes. I already cut the tape, and I thought, well, yeah, I should make an unboxing video. So I obviously ordered it from Amazon. Got some bubble wrap. It's the BarrAcuda 2. Ooh, apparently the box is open there. The CSC3000C. And this box was open. It comes with this carrying case, which they don't really show on Amazon. I saw somebody else's video. It goes like this. But they had a carrying case. So I knew that was coming. And the case is shrink wrapped. Alright, there's some foam in there. I wonder if I should probably keep that, huh? I should have glued it right there, and then it could have been like a permanent part of the case. Maybe it is, let me see. There we go. Ooh, it's definitely oily. They have a place for the instructions. It's just a single page. It looks like, so the case has these, oh, I see, they have room up here for a different kind of, well, that's for this, but there's room for, let me see, does that go in there? No? Where the heck is this? I think this must have fallen out. It clearly got there, but this is just kind of laying in here. I'm not sure where it goes. Does it just lay in here? Let me see. Spot here. So you could go there, but then it hits that. So I don't know. A little anecdote here before we finish the unboxing. When I was first examining this lathe here, I mean, you've probably noticed this isn't exactly your most modern lathe here. I mean, we've got our little oil parts for our spindles, our wrench operated locks, and no, this is a Craftsman lathe This is from the 1930s, maybe the 1940s. It was definitely designed in the 30s because they made these in the 30s. So I was a little unsure about what the spindle size was. You couldn't look it up. And when I first measured it, all I did is I stuck a tape measure on here like this, right? Of course, I used two hands. I wasn't trying to hold the camera. And then I measured 5/8. I'm like, now I knew that the clip on the tape measure went across these threads, and I thought I was looking at the thread on this side, but it came out to 5/8. And 5/8 doesn't exist in lathe world with threads on it. If you have 5/8, this is smooth, but this is threaded. But I counted 16. Actually, I counted only half an inch, so I counted 8 threads in half an inch. So that's 16 threads an inch. 16 threads an inch corresponds to a 3/4 inch spindle. So I'm like, do I have a 3/4 inch? It says 16 threads. I'm measuring 5/8. That's pretty close to 3/4. So I got these 2 stones, and I laid them on a board like this, except for on a piece of wood. And then I put the spindle in between, and then I measured between there, and sure enough, it measured 5/8, and I was like 99% sure it was measured 3/4, I should say, and I was like 99% sure it was 3/4. And I was looking for a 3/4 inch nut to try it first, but couldn't find it. So here's the moment of truth. This is the adapter that goes into the back of the chuck, because the chuck is actually this 1 1/8, 1 1/4. It's pretty big, but it comes with this 3/4 inch 16 thread per inch adapter that screws into the back of the chuck, and then the adapter, look at that, it screws onto my 1930s era lathe. I figured it was right, but I did have a tiny bit of doubt. Alright, I'm back up here with the unboxing, and there's really not much to the instructions. All you do, each one of these jaws is numbered. See, this is number 1, 4, 3, 2. They give you this little T-wrench, and you just loosen these screws up. There's 2 for each jaw. I'm changing these jaws right away because I just got done telling you to turn lamps. And this looks like it's about the size jaw. They probably put this one on because this is the jaw that everybody uses. But since I'm turning lamps, I'm going to put the big kahunas on. These jaws right here that I'm installing are the reason I ordered the BarrAcuda instead of the Nova. You can get a jaw this big for your Nova chuck, but first you have to pay for the chuck, and then even if you get a chuck that comes with a few different jaws, you pay like $200 some for the chuck, but you don't get these jaws. You get these jaws and maybe these jaws or maybe these, but not these. You have to pay, I don't remember, it's like $50 or $80 extra to get these. So now you're talking, if you want all of these jaws, you're talking like $250 for the Nova. And you know, I don't even need all these jaws. I just want the ones that I'm installing now. And actually, I probably will use these, but I don't know. Maybe I'll, since I've got them. You never know. Once you have a tool, you might end up coming up with ideas how to use it. I might use all these jaws. I might use the worm screw. I don't know. And I'll come back when it's all installed, or if I discover something else to share. Alright, so that didn't last long. I got something else to share. they've got these screws in here pretty tight. This one here is pretty stubborn. It doesn't want to come out. I've got this one loose and this one loose. This is the last one that's not loose besides this one. I'm just going to show you. Now, this one, I'm afraid if I keep twisting, I'm going to twist this wrench. So what I might do, I might go get a regular Allen wrench that's got some length on it and see about that. Or I'm just going to try to twist it one more time. Oh, there it goes. Thank goodness. I don't know if that's going to be like that all the time, like if these are going to get tight, or if it's just something, maybe they just put them on really tight at the factory. We'll have to see. Let's see how tight I got these. They're pretty tight. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Alright, so I've got it all together. It's working good now. Just, you know, make sure you get everything put together right and tight before you open it. And it looks like this does go here, but it doesn't fit. I don't know. I probably won't use this case for anything except for storing the stuff you see here. I probably won't actually keep the jaw in the case, but here it is with the big jaws on it, and there it is. It hit the stop. It's all the way open, and it should be 4 3/8. And we've got 4 7/16. Maybe it's just because I'm using a tape measure, it doesn't seat right. It's probably 4 3/8, just like they say. Well, the tenon is narrower at the top than it is at the. It's a dovetail tenon. That's part of it. Plus, there's some grooves on here. There's some like teeth in there to really grab onto the wood. I guess a little harder. So, pinching my finger. It works pretty good. Now the funny thing is, I just got done changing over to this big jaw, telling you that this is what I need to turn my big lamps, but I cut a smaller tenon into the lamp that fell out of this chuck. So I'm gonna have to put the medium jaws back on probably to turn that. But maybe I'll show you that in another video, or maybe I'll just show you a whole different video of drilling lamps. But there it is. That's the BarrAcuda CSC3000C, and this is the BarrAcuda 2. Apparently they've upgraded it. You can't put this away like this. For one, I've got this adapter on here. This comes out easy enough. You can throw it in there. You can put this away. You can take out all your old junk, but with the big jaws and stuff, maybe if I do it like this. Let me see. Oh, it does work. Look at that. All right. So maybe I will use the case because it'll keep keep it all together. Even for this. So it all goes in with probably any jaw. You can see there's room for the big jaw there. And these jaws fit there. So what that means is I can put the big jaw here, and I can put these on the chuck, and then you can still close the box. So you don't have to have it in any kind of particular configuration to close the box. There's room for something here, and I don't know what that's for. And then there is a little pocket for your one-page instruction manual right there. And there it is. That's the chuck. I don't know if I should keep this or not. I guess, since I don't have any accessories up there, looks like it goes this way. It's getting kind of greasy. My hands, I gotta wash my hands because I don't know what kind of oil they have on this. That's the next thing I'm gonna do is get a paper towel and just wipe this because it's covered in this oil, which, I mean, they have to do that to keep it from rusting. I'm not complaining, but It's starting to bother my hands. Oh, and there are these other holes in the chuck. These holes, I don't know what they're for, but they look like they're for something because they're drilled and tapped. They're not just drilled, they're tapped. You could put a screw in there, probably the same size as these screws here. It looks like the same size hole. I don't know, maybe this so you can put the jaws on this, maybe you can install these. I don't know if you can see my screen or not. You can buy these flat jaws. Maybe, no, I don't see a spot for them. I don't know what these holes are for. Maybe one of you guys can tell me. But you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. I just want to add the worm screw. It just sits in the middle of the jaws. I don't know if it works with all the jaws, but it works with these big jaws. I think these jaws look like the number 2 jaw. I think it just works with this jaw and this jaw by the shape of it. These this little cove in here goes into this tongue, and then these teeth go in between the jaws. So let me just tighten that down a little bit. See, now I got a little bit too tight, which is good because now I'm just going to loosen that up a hair until it falls in right there. Now tighten it. It is easier when you set it down. You can hold it. Get it just the right spot. And tighten her down. And that's pretty much it. And I don't know if you've never used one of these. I never have, but I've seen people use them. That just screws into your wood, and it's just another way of holding it. I just thought I'd take a second here to show you the lamp I was talking about that was cedar, and it's kind of big, you know, and to hold that like that in this chuck with just the jaws, these pointy jaws. This is soft wood, and it's a big piece of wood. And if you look, you can see where the jaws dug in. It smells awesome. Got a little oil spot there after saying that, but I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna have to put the number 2 jaws on there, and turn this one. But when I make another one, I'm gonna put these big jaws on there. You can see how much bigger they are than the tenon I have. It's going to work a lot nicer. I should be able to turn this with the number 2. Like I said, I do put a drill bit in there as soon as I get started. I've got a hole probably about maybe that far in already. It'll be fine, but I'll feel a lot better with the bigger jaws. Alright, bye now. Alright, one last thing. I promise this is it. Let me make sure that's adjusted. I'm switching the jaws back over. Remember, like I said, I was going to. And these screws are just like they were when I got it. So there must be something with the design so that the screws can't come loose when you're turning. And that's probably a good thing. They're not that hard to unsnap. I don't know why that one screw was as tight as it was, but when I had it on camera, it actually came off a little bit easier. So I think that'll be fine. Oh yeah, look at that. It's not going anywhere.